55 for this Thursday morning, and we have flopped Chris Romero into Bill Herman's slot, and that would be DJ Industry Secrets with Chris Romero going up on a Thursday here. Thanks so much for joining us, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You don't know this, maybe, but Chris is like 2 hours behind me. So if you think it's early where you are, bitch, it's too early for live. Oh my God. Chris is up and at him at 5:55 in the morning.
Up and at it. Getting it in early.
Absolutely. Today we're talking about delegate and elevate. Now, Chris, you wrote this as a DJ Industry Secret a while back. Please give us some insight into this.
Yeah, so the quote was, "To rise above, you must delegate and elevate." And the basic premise is that in order for your company to grow, you're eventually going to have to delegate some of your responsibilities so that you, as the owner, can operate at your highest and best use. So, you can't do what you want to do best if you're trying to either learn other things that you're not passionate about, or if you're performing operations that you're just not good at. So you're not going to be the most efficient this way. Eventually, you're going to have to find others to help you out so that you can concentrate on those areas that you work out best in order to make your company grow.
Yeah. What do you do best? What is the area that you excel at in your company? And then find someone who can complement you to fill in the other side. And I would encourage you to look at, mundane tasks.
Totally.
What are the mundane tasks? Not that not that you want to just push off the mundane tasks,
right? Because
other people need to have fulfillment in their jobs as well, and creativity and all those things,
Absolutely.
But look at, what are the things that you could pass off that maybe aren't as critical to exploding your company growth. Now, whether that is, clerical work, whether that's operations, whether that's taxes, whether that's, training, whatever it might be.
Right.
Look at what those opportunities might be for yourself. And elevate. I think elevate is key. We talked just now about delegation, but what about the elevation side, Chris? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's where some of the areas that you are good at, like you want to rise above, right? Like you've got to get really good, I think, at certain areas. And I think in order to elevate, you've got to be able to delegate. Like there's no way around it. And I think as a business owner, you grow personally, along with your business. And for me, in order to elevate, I do things like networking, with others, like people such as yourself, Mitch, others in the industry, people that I look up to that I know are crushing it in some areas. And those are things that I look to do to elevate my performance, and grow, yeah.
I agree with that. I think it's important for people to have a vision of where they could possibly go in your company and what, their career path, if you will, might be, or what opportunities may lie ahead. I think that's important to lay out for them and elevate yourself to a place where you can enjoy what you've created. Don't get me wrong, you aren't just sitting back all happy with a Mai Tai. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you enjoy what you created and that you're providing opportunities for others.
Absolutely.
You experience some of the same things that you experience, getting into the business and being a part of some of the best nights of people's lives. And,
And what, along those lines too, Mitch, and allowing the others in your company to elevate, right? I think that's something that I take so much pride and satisfaction in, is seeing some of my other guys rise above and start to grow and do things, whether it's in our company or personally, outside of it. I think it all goes kind of hand in hand. There's no doubt. I love seeing our guys grow as well.
Now to kind of go deeper on this, as much deep as you can get at a Live at 75 with a 5 to 7 minute show here,
Sure.
is I would recommend you have an organizational flow chart.
Yeah.
You know, who reports to who, what is everyone's job duties, responsibilities. That should be laid out in some sort of employee manual.
Absolutely.
Even if you're a single op, I mean, you should have everything written out about what you do, you know, divide it up by days and say, okay, this day I'm focusing on this day I'm focusing on that, you know, those kind of things. Have a roadmap laid out specifically of job duties, titles, who reports to who, what the penalties are if these are not met, you know, those kind of things.
It allows you to much more easily delegate responsibilities. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. Because if you just sit there, I don't know, and well, maybe I might do that for that person, then that's not going to help.
Right. No.
There has to be some roadmap.
Yeah. No, I mean, here's an exercise for those of you out there that are looking kind of looking for something to do, a tangible. Write down 5 things that you currently do that There's morning exercise. I know I'm going to go work out right after this too. So write down 5 things that you currently do that you either hate, can't stand, or wish you didn't, that wish didn't exist in your current operations. And then I challenge you to find someone, whether it's within your company or whether it's hiring outside or outsourcing, or maybe training one of your employees to completely take over that task. Like by the end of the year, give yourself like 5 months to get that completely off of your plate. And I promise this event, you're going to see a pattern here where you can start doing this and delegating a little bit more and watch your company grow and rise and watch yourself elevate.
And now let me save you a little bit of headache. And I absolutely agree with Chris on this too. But then also do some sort, and I'm huge on this because of my partnership with Vicky and everything else, do some sort of personality test, because you don't want to give someone who's, oh my God, I love being here, this is great, and they're all over the place. You don't want to give them your books.
Right. No. Yeah.
I mean,
you must delegate the right things to the right people. Absolutely.
We talked about this before, put people in the right seat, on the right bus, and you definitely know your staff's strengths and weaknesses and that person's strengths and weaknesses. So there goes into personality profile and DISC possibly, and hiring questions and all kinds of things we really don't have time to get into today. But
yeah, right.
The point, I think, just delegating to someone doesn't make sense if they're not the right person for the job.
Absolutely.
So awesome. Delegate and elevate. To rise above, you must delegate and elevate. That's Chris Romero's DJ Industry Secret of the Day. I'm Mitch Taylor with Live at 75. Thank you, Chris, for being here.
Absolutely. No, thank you again for having me.
Awesome. Now, next week, we may or may not be able to bring Chris back next week. I got to look and see schedule-wise and see if this is going to mesh, because I'm traveling all week next week, Chris.
Okay.
I'm in Indianapolis speaking for MPI. I got an event in Salt Lake City, and I'm speaking in Sacramento. So next week is going to be a little rough in regards to time. So we may just take next week off and pop back the following week. I know that's Thanksgiving. So we'll figure out how we're going to adjust and roll forward. But I definitely want to keep Chris coming back, in some sort of regular fashion. So thanks, Chris, for being here. Greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Always.
All right. Thank you very much for watching Live at 75. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, free for all. We get to talk about what you want to talk about on the show. Get your questions ready. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for your daily motivational kickstart that is Live at 7:55. See you tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Bye.